Today, we're going to compare and contrast three countries in the Middle East to examine how oil has caused disparity in this region. So let's read the directions so we know how to get started with this. Click Kuwait, Qatar, or Yemen to open the demographic information about that country. Use the demographic information about each country to answer the questions on your note catcher. So on Google Classroom, you also have a note catcher that looks like this. It's titled Oil and Disparity in the Middle East. Now, I'm going to show you how to start filling this out. In order to complete this note catcher, you need the information linked in this Google drawing. So let's look at question number 1, which I actually already did, but I'll walk you through how I got those answers. So number 1 says, examine the oil reserve and GDP per capita map on any of the country's sources. So if I go to this map, I have Kuwait, Qatar, Yemen. It said I can click any of them to get this map. So let's just go with Qatar. Now, once I open Qatar's sources, I'm going to get some Google Slides giving me a ton of information about Qatar, but I need to find this map, the one that compares and contrasts oil reserves with GDP per capita. We've already seen this map in the last lesson, so hopefully it looks familiar. Now, I need to say which country out of Kuwait, Qatar, and Yemen has more oil reserves. So oil reserves are shown with those black dots. So Kuwait's right here, and it seems like it's pretty surrounded by oil reserves. Qatar also seems like it has a significant amount. Yemen, on the other hand, has some, but definitely not as many that are in the Persian Gulf area. So if I went to my note catcher, I highlighted Kuwait because it says highlight the country that appears to have the most oil reserves. And looking at this map, again, out of those 3 countries, it is Kuwait. Now, number 2 here says I need to highlight the country that has the highest GDP per capita. Remember, GDP per capita is the average amount of wealth the average person has in that country. And averages aren't perfect. There's always going to be people with way more money or way less, but it's still a good way for us to examine how much wealth is in that country. So Kuwait's GDP per capita is $48,926. Qatar's is $97,518, and Yemen's is $1,408. The highest out of those 3 is Qatar. So as you can see right here on my note catcher, I highlighted Qatar. So that's how you do the first 2. The next big task for you is this chart, and this is where you're really going to have to dive into the demographic information about each country. So I have Qatar open, so let me show you how I would fill out this first question about Qatar. I need to figure out, has Qatar's life expectancy improved or declined? So if life expectancy is improving, people are living longer. That's generally considered to be a good thing. If life expectancy is declining, people are living shorter lives. And that could be for a number of reasons. It could be access to healthcare. It could be war, conflict, disease. All those things are factored into life expectancy. So I'm going to go back to my Qatar sources, and I'm going to look for information in these slides about life expectancy in Qatar. Here it is, slide 4. So this graph shows how life expectancy in Qatar has changed from 2000 to 2017. Now, 2000 is on the left side of the graph. 2017 is on the right side of the graph. And I also have a chart giving me specific ages at the bottom. So in 2000, the average person in Qatar would live to 72. In 2017, the average person in Qatar would live to 78. We would say that life expectancy is improving in Qatar between these years because people are living longer lives. So let me show you how I would fill that in. I would say life expectancy has improved. I know this because in 2000, people in Qatar lived to be about 72. You don't need to give me the decimal. You can just round. And in 2017, people in Qatar lived to be about 78. Again, people are living longer lives, so we're going to say that's good life expectancy improved. But be careful with some of these. For example, infant mortality, you want to see that number go down if it's improving, right? Because that means less children are dying before their first birthday, which would be a good thing.